Hey guys, it's me again. Time for another brief update, vlog, and a few other things. My camera's telling me stupid shit that is not actually apparent. So, it's kind of cold season here again. Originally today, my buddy Andy and I, the original schedule was we were going to try to record another episode of our podcast, but early this afternoon I felt too much like shit from some of the cold medicine and such, so tried to lay down and take a nap. But also, I want to update on a few other things that I've picked up so far. A few things I might plan to do brief little reviews on. I'm going to do some quick little playthroughs and such. One other thing I need to add to my final collection, I finally got the Ocarina of Time box. So the collection is complete. So we'll probably get started on doing the Let's Play retrospective on the 4 Zelda games probably maybe next week. I was hoping to do them this week, but this shit just came on just way too fast. So that's going to be a bit of a hold up. So thankfully I'm not doing this as a business, thank God. And a few of the things I thought I'd touch on that I picked up while I was at the store. By the way, I don't know if I've pimped out this store enough. There is this local video game and movies shop that I frequent here in Boise, Idaho. It's called VIP Games. They cover all games from old and classic NES games to even current. And they also do movies, and they sell Blu-rays, they sell DVDs, they sell TV shows, they sell basically everything. They have genres and everything. And if they don't have what you're looking for, they're willing to order it for you and get you a really nice deal. I've been shopping with them for quite a long time now, and I've gotten nothing but great stuff. I mean, that's where I've gotten a lot of my games that I own now. And they've even been nice enough to order. These are empty boxes, and they were kind enough to order them for me. Hell, they gave me the frickin' booklet to Ocarina of Time for free, for Christ's sake. Check these guys out. Support them. Keep them in business. They're an awesome store, and the owner is a really cool guy. Check them out. If you live in Boise, Idaho, check them out. These were a few of the other games that I picked up while I was there. I got this for... It was going for about $3 with the box and with the game. They actually gave me like $1 off because one of the other games that I bought, they forgot to put the disc in, so I had to turn around and come back, which really wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah. I played this very briefly. I think I checked it out on the Super Nintendo like a while ago, and and the controls felt a little shoddy. So I'm going to check this out on the Genesis. I wish I could do a Let's Play of it, but the capture box I have, it doesn't seem to work too well with the 3-in-1 system that I have, because the color and the look, when I was capturing it on my computer, came out really bad. All the color was out, and it looked gray, and it looked a little shaky. And and I just wasn't comfortable with trying to upload that. So, but yeah, I would definitely be interested in doing a brief review on this. I have seen the original Warlock movie. This is actually supposedly kind of based off of it. I would have thought it was more based off of one of the later sequels to the movie series that stars Bruce Payne. Eesh, God, that guy's terrible. What's wrong? Don't you want to be inside me? Ugh, that guy sucks. And here's another one. I remember I played this one when it first came out. But just having the box is just kind of cool. RoboCop versus Terminator. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's an all black and decorated box. Let's see, it's a bit of a bitch to open, because it's kind of a top-down box. It's not a traditional box in the sense. There we go. Ta-da! I think this originally might have come from Hastings, too, the green sticker that's on there. Now, I remember I played this on the Super Nintendo sometime after it first came out, and I think I remember it being pretty good. It's obviously based off of the Frank Miller RoboCop vs. Terminator comic. I never read, but I actually saw Linkara do a bit of a brief review and read through of one of the comics to RoboCop vs. Terminator, and I mean, it looked pretty good, for a Frank Miller comic. Frank Miller, I mean, I like his Sin City stuff. I actually only own one of his Sin City books, and that was The Hard Goodbye, because that was the one story from the movie that I really loved, and I really did actually like the Sin City movie. Hell, I own it on Blu-ray. But a lot of his other comics that I've seen, a lot of them have been featured, of course, on Atop the Fourth Wall. And, obviously a lot of the bad ones are going to be there. So a lot of the later Dark Knight Returns comics got stupider and just more insane. And then, of course, the Batman and Robin comics, On the Goddamn Batman, was pretty terrible. It certainly looked pretty terrible. But, that's Frank Miller. He's seems kind of a hit and miss. I mean, he especially proved that he doesn't know how to direct or really make a movie. So, and I'm not counting Sin City because he really didn't direct it. So, and then finally, moving on. Another game I picked up. This was the game that they forgot to put the disc in, but really, I just kind of blame myself because I should have checked the box first as I was walking out. Primal Rage on the big box PlayStation. It's funny. I had forgotten that a lot of the original PlayStation games, when they were first coming out, that they came out in this giant box as opposed to the normal CD packaging. Now, of course, now a lot of our modern games, Wii and Wii U and 360 and PS3 games, all come out on boxes like this. So, it's kind of the norm. And I think it's kind of cool. Came with the booklet, and of course the game. I do wonder if the graphics are a little bit better on this, because I remember I played this on, in both the original arcade and then on the Super Nintendo when it was ported. I never was able to do any of the special moves or any of the fatalities, because from what I understand about Primal Rage, a lot of the fatalities were rather insane to try to pull off. Of course, you look back at the fatalities today, they're really stupid. But then again, you go back to any other fighting game with fatalities, namely games that were basic rip-offs of games like Mortal Kombat that wanted to be incredibly violent and have these ridiculous fatalities. Like, I remember a game, I think it was on the 3DO, I believe. I think it was called Way of the Warrior, I think. Because I remember I was reading about that. I'm cutting off the top of my head. I remember I was reading about that in one of the magazines I had back then. And it was showing off some of the characters. There was a Scotsman character who one of his special moves was he would pull up his kilt and he would shoot a fireball from his crotch. That's just insane. And then, of course, there's the stereotypical ninja. I don't remember any of the character names. I'm sure they were ridiculous. There was an Amazon. I remember that. I can't remember any of the other characters, though. I'm sure there were a lot of others. Oh, and one of the other Scotsman moves I remember that he had was he farted at you. I think it was like a fire a fart fireball, basically. But yeah, there were a lot of games like that, and I never owned a 3DO. I don't really remember that much about the 3DO. I mean, I think I heard that kind of one of the biggest things about the 3DO is that it was just so ridiculously expensive when it came out, because none of my friends certainly owned a 3DO. Of course, none of us were really rich. I mean, when I was a kid, we stuck with we were a one-system family, basically. So, I mean, when we first started out, we had the Atari, and then, of course, as the technology got better, we got a Nintendo, and that was kind of the system that we stuck with. We just bought Nintendo. We had a Super Nintendo, we had an N64. I really did want a Sega Genesis, because I really wanted to play the X-Men game. But my mom, well, and very rightly so, like, you already have a Super Nintendo. You don't need a Sega Genesis. But I want to play the X-Men game. It's like, no, I'm not buying you another damn system just for one game. And later on, there were other X-Men games. I don't really remember if I played them, but there were a lot of other video games on the Super Nintendo that did come out later. And then there was the N64, and then when I finally started working and got a job and was making money, I went out and I bought my own PlayStation, my own PS2, my Sega Genesis, and all these other systems, and lo and behold, now I have too many systems and too many games. So, But, yeah, but at least this was a good, and at least this was a fun fighter. I know there were a lot of other ones. There was a game called Eternal Champion that was also on the Genesis. I never played it. I actually saw a YouTube clip of it, and it looks like garbage. I mean, it looked like garbage to me when I saw it back then. But, yeah. So, what's also going on right now, of course, as I'm sure everybody's fully aware, GTA 5 is out, and there's already, Video Games Awesome Live has already done, I guess, several videos, like the day the game came out, or should I say, like, the minute the game came out, they got it, and they were streaming it live, and, and playing it. And also, Rage Select did their first part of their playthrough for it. Myself, I've never really been that big of a Grand Theft Auto fan. I mean, I played 3, and I liked it enough. I played Vice City. I played a little bit of San Andreas. Of course, this was years later. And, I don't know. And, I mean, I like sandbox games. I like action games and blah, 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 blah. I remember why I stopped liking Grand Theft Auto 3, because I've been playing it for quite a while. And then when I got into my first big gunfight, I remember I was all by myself, and, like, these 5 guys rolled up on me, and I pulled out a pistol, and I started shooting, and I died immediately. And I couldn't figure out what the hell happened. And then I went back to that mission, and then before said gunfight was supposed to happen, I went out and I bought myself some body armor. And it didn't do me any good. I still got my ass kicked. And I was like, well, fuck this game. The gunfighting in it is terrible, and blah, blah, blah. And this was after, like, Grand Theft Auto 3 had, like, first come out, or like, some weeks after it had first come out. I certainly remember that. I did, like, a lot of the driving around and such, and I remember driving around a lot, I know that. I remember I enjoyed Vice City to a point, and then the missions just got ridiculously hard. At one point they wanted me to hijack a tank that was heavily guarded by soldiers. Yeah, that didn't work out. Grand Theft Auto 5, I will probably check out. I haven't really played that many other games that were made by Rockstar. The only other game I played that I know everybody was talking about was Red Dead Redemption. And some time ago, I wrote a blog, or no, it wasn't a blog, actually. It was a forum post on GameSpot. And I don't deal with GameSpot anymore. Not for forums, not for blogs. I mean, I do use them to keep up with my games collection list. But, you know, I don't like how they run their website. And I had played Red Dead Redemption for about 2 hours or so. And I quit. Because I just didn't enjoy it. And the reason I didn't enjoy it, I hate the fucking horse mechanics in that game. And I actually liked how, originally, when Jeff and Jason first started doing their Red Dead Redemption full playthrough of it, originally, when they were originally on Spill and the loading bar, that even they pointed out that the horse riding mechanics in Red Dead Redemption are fucked up. They just are. I mean, what pissed me off so much was that in every other game, when there's a horse riding mechanic, they're all set the very same way. You can have a particular speed, and you know, and the controls are simple and understanding enough. In Red Dead Redemption, they're not. There's no way to set a particular speed. It's either you're going too fast or you're going too slow. Because at the beginning of the game, you're supposed to follow this guy out to the fort, right? I either went too goddamn fast and I passed him, or I go too goddamn slow to the point where I can't keep up. And what just pissed me the fuck off, as we all know, it takes a certain amount for you to get into a game, or into a movie, into a book, or hell, or even a TV show. Something has to grab you within the first 15 minutes or half hour or so of whatever it is that you're playing or watching or reading or whatever. And in the 2 fucking hours I had put into Red Dead Redemption, I watched a shitload of cinematics and ridden my stupid fucking horse. And by the time I got to the fucking race, with the woman who runs the ranch, who rescues you and patches you up after you get shot by one of your ex-partners at the fort, and then you're gonna have a race with her. By the time I realized I have to get back on my horse again, I was like, fuck this. Because I hadn't fucking done anything. Nothing interesting. Oh, I'm going to have a shitload of conversations. Oh, look, I get to shoot some coyotes and some rabbits. Fuck this. I kept thinking, when do I get to do anything? When do I get to do any of the cool stuff in Red Dead that I had been seeing? You know, like, when do I get to chase down a train on my horse? You know, when do I go... when do I get to go hunting bounties? You know, when do I get to get into some really big gunfights? 2 fucking hours! Fuck that! Now, and what was rather funny, on the original forum post, there were a few other people who did agree with me about the horse riding mechanics and about the game in general, but they still liked it. I'm not saying Red Dead Redemption is a bad or a terrible game or anything like that. It was a game I could not fucking get into. And there were other people who criticized me saying like, oh, well, what were you expecting the game to have? were you expecting to like drive a car everywhere? No, I get that it's a fucking Western game, you dickhead. Jesus. I get it. I'm pointing out the horse riding mechanics suck in this game. What part of that do you not get? But, whatever. Whatever. I don't fucking care. I mean, you can like whatever type of game you like. You cannot like whatever game you like. It's your opinion. That's the point. And as long as if you understand that, and something else that nobody ever seems to get, you're never going to change someone else's opinion. whether they like something or they don't. You're not going to change their opinion. But I'm just here to give my opinion. I couldn't get into Red Dead Redemption. Sorry. Don't pin me to a fucking cross, okay? I don't care. I might give Red Dead Redemption another chance, maybe, but I doubt I'll still be able to get into it. I really doubt it. And I imagine, even if I did rent Red Dead Redemption, I might not actually even have the interest to play it. That's the sad part. I've rented so much stuff now in the past. Hell, I've rented movies and I never even sat down and watched them because I just didn't have the interest to. And whether it was a good movie or not, hell, the last movie I sat through and watched was either the Evil Dead remake, which was good. I liked it. I was rather surprised by that. And the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs movie. That too. Surprisingly good movie. Alright. I'm rambling. I'm going to go ahead and stop this now. I'm hoping to kick this cold's ass, preferably by this weekend, because, I mean, only a while ago, I just got back from my 5-day trip, and I don't need to take any more time off. I really don't, and I really don't want to be sick. So, hopefully, I mean, hell, I bought shit tons of cold medicine, so hopefully that'll help me. Because I got some stuff I would really love to do and really love to take care of. I might also see about trying to do maybe a Metal Gear Let's Play. Maybe a full Let's Play, more specifically for Metal Gear Solid, because I really, really still like that game. And I have Twin Snakes on order from VIP. It hasn't shown up yet. Because I liked the new mechanics that they brought over. So basically, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes is basically Metal Gear Solid from PlayStation 1, with just a lot of the up-res graphics. It's the same graphics as they used for Metal Gear Solid 2, and then a lot of those same mechanics just moved over, which is nice. But what I really didn't like was how they decided to add in all of these pointless and stupid action scenes to a lot of their cinematics. Anyway, I liked how they brought back a lot of the voice actors to redo, all their parts. But what I didn't like was all the other voice actors, aside from Snake, they're not putting as much emotion or really anything as they originally did for the original game. So it's kind of off-putting when they just sound like, yeah, I'm just here to get my paycheck. I don't care. Really? I mean, fuck, if you're going to do that, why didn't you just use the original audio that you used for Metal Gear Solid? And I finally got to watch, because I bought the Metal Gear Solid Legacy collection, and I finally got to watch the digital comic stuff that they did for Metal Gear Solid. I didn't finish Metal Gear Solid 2, because that was a game I did not like that much. The Metal Gear Solid digital comic was pretty cool. It's pretty badass. So yeah, there's that. Alright. Enough of my bullshit rambling. Enough. Hopefully by next week, my good buddy Andy and I, and we will have the Other People podcast recorded and uploaded. It'll probably be another 3 parts, because YouTube won't let me put up a full video. Well, obviously they're not going to, of a full video that's over like an hour and such. But, you do what you gotta do. And the Zelda retrospective Let's Play will probably be being done around the same time. So, lots of interesting stuff going on. Hopefully I can get it done. See you then. Take care.